Hi everyone, Shy here. I hope all of you are doing good. Welcome to another new video. Prison escapes can be daring, thrilling, and sometimes downright genius. But what happens when things don't go as planned? From falling through ceilings to getting hilariously stuck, these are the escape attempts that will make you laugh, cringe, and wonder what they were thinking. Join us as we dive into the dumbest prison escape attempts ever, moments so ridiculous they belong in a comedy movie. You won't believe what some inmates were willing to try just to get out. Let's get started. Number 1. This guy that got stuck in a wall while trying to escape from prison. In a hilarious turn of events, a prison break took an unexpected twist that left everyone in stitches. A daring inmate, Rafael Valladol, decided it was time to bid farewell to his jail cell in Ceará, Brazil. With an escape plan in motion, he squeezed himself through a hole in the wall, aiming for sweet freedom. But fate had a different idea. Valladol's belly, bless its heart, had other plans. As he wiggled and squirmed, attempting to slip through the opening, he found himself well and truly stuck. Now you can understand the uncontrollable laughter from the prison guards. They couldn't contain themselves as they watched the prisoner's predicament unfold. To make matters worse or funnier, depending on your perspective, Valladol's fellow accomplices tried their best to lend a hand. They pushed and pushed, but it was no use. Valladol remained stubbornly lodged in the wall, wailing in pain. It was at this point that the guards realized something was amiss and sprang into action. Meanwhile, one lucky inmate managed to seize the opportunity and wriggled through the hole before Valladol's misfortune brought the escape operation to a screeching halt. The authorities were left scratching their heads, wondering where their runaway prisoner had disappeared to. As for Valladol, he was eventually freed from his wall-bound prison, but not without consequences. Rumor has it that he had a broken rib, a painful reminder that underestimating the size of his own stomach had its consequences. He was taken to the hospital under police protection. Number 2. Smith County inmate arrested after escaping from jail transport van. This unbelievable story started when an audacious inmate decided to break free while being transported. But you know, things escalated quickly. Not one, but two houses became unwitting participants in this thrilling adventure. As luck would have it, a vigilant witness managed to capture the entire escapade on video. Our daring escapee found himself in the back of a law enforcement vehicle when an opportunity presented itself. With the car stopped on Gentry Parkway and Parkdale Drive, he seized the chance to make his grand exit. How did he do it, you ask? Well, he shattered the back window, broke the barricade, and above all, did this while still wearing those pesky handcuffs. With his newfound freedom, the inmate embarked on a foot race to remember, not even a fence could halt his determined spirit. Now on the loose, our escapade enthusiast headed north, fueled by adrenaline and a desire for a hideout. And lo and behold, fate led him to not one, but two houses near Wisteria Drive. It seemed that Lady Luck was in his favor, at least temporarily. However, his luck ran out when the long arm of the law caught up with him. The Smith County Sheriff's Office launched a tireless pursuit and, in a climactic moment, apprehended the elusive adventurer in the 1600 block of Wisteria Drive in Tyler. One can only imagine the relieved sighs of the homeowners as they bid farewell to their uninvited guest. Oh, and make sure to subscribe and like the video, or this guy will break into your home at the worst possible moment. Number 3. Alabama inmate escapes jail with correctional officer. This is the thrilling account of Casey White, the escaped prison inmate, and his ill-fated partner in crime, Vicky White, a former corrections officer. A dash cam video unveils the gripping moment when the authorities finally apprehend Casey White in the heart of Indiana. With the sound of screeching tires and the crashing of metal, a Cadillac careens out of control, its wild pursuit coming to a dramatic end. The officers waste no time. They converge on the wreckage, determined to bring this towering 6'9" accused killer to justice. As the dust settles, White emerges, realizing his run from the law has reached its end. Surrounded by a swarm of officers, he raises his hands in surrender, the weight of his actions finally catching up with him. The officers proceed to pat him down with a mix of relief and caution, ensuring that he poses no further threat. But the tale of pursuit and capture takes a tragic turn. An autopsy report reveals a devastating truth. Vicky White, his partner in escape, had taken her own life just moments before the police closed in on their crashed getaway vehicle. She inflicted a fatal gunshot wound upon herself. The scene unfolds in the body cam footage, a chilling reminder of despair and the consequences of their actions. Before moving on to the next point, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you all to my merchandise. You can support my content by getting your favorite products from my store or by simply joining my channel. Your support means a lot to me. Now, let's get back to the video. Number 4. Indiana inmate falls through ceiling trying to escape. For this one, we find ourselves in Jackson County Jail in Brownstown, Indiana, where Blaze Ayers, a mischievous inmate, hatched a plan to outsmart the officers. Little did he know that fate had a surprise in store for him. It all went down on a seemingly ordinary Monday. As the officers were escorting Ayers and his fellow prisoners back into their holding cells from the recreational area, Ayers saw an opportunity and darted into a nearby medical room, locking the doors behind him with officers hot on his heels. Swiftly, Ayers climbed into the ceiling, plotting his grand getaway. Inch by inch, he began his crawl towards the booking area, envisioning his taste of sweet freedom. However, the mischievous hand of fate intervened, and the ceiling beneath him decided to crumble at the worst possible moment. Talk about a rotten stroke of luck. Caught in the act, Ayers found himself crashing onto the floor with an undignified thud. The officers, armed with their stun guns, had their sights set on the fallen would-be escapee. They pleaded with him to surrender, but Ayers, stubborn as a mule, refused to heed their commands. The booking area looked like a scene straight out of an action movie, with officers brandishing their stun guns at the ceiling, preparing to engage with the rooftop ninja. As the tension reached its peak, Ayers' torso dramatically burst through a ceiling tile, only to be met with a shower of falling debris. Gravity wasn't his biggest fan that day, that's for sure. Number 5. Escaped prisoners take selfies and videos during nationwide manhunt. This thrilling tale takes us back to January 2016, where the stage was set for a jaw-dropping jailbreak in Orange County. With a mischievous glint in his eye and a cunning plan up his sleeve, Nayari, along with 2 fellow inmates, orchestrated a Houdini-esque escape from their jail cells. Scaling through grates, venturing through makeshift rungs, and rappelling an astonishing 5 stories down to the pavement below, they proved that nothing could confine them. But Nayari's antics didn't stop there. Oh no, he was the man who reveled in the thrill of the chase, documenting his escape preparations with a smuggled iPhone. With each cunning move, he couldn't help but flash a triumphant thumbs up to the camera and an evil smirk on his face. A week-long manhunt ensued, spanning hotels and hiding spots, with Nayari and his accomplices masterfully evading the authorities. It was a game of cat and mouse, a tantalizing dance of wits between the fugitives and the police. But just as they thought they had outsmarted their pursuers, the police snatched Nayari in the heart of San Francisco. However, when the time for trial arrived, Nayari refused to admit what the authorities had asserted from the very beginning. They claimed he controlled his fellow escapees and even a cab driver, who unwittingly became entangled in their dangerous game. Nayari denied all allegations. Number 6. Escape attempt fails after a prisoner gets stuck in the ceiling. In the Casa de Custodia prison, nestled in the vibrant northeastern state of Piau, Brazil, a group of 10 prisoners hatched a plot to break free from their confinements. With resourcefulness born out of desperation, they managed to create a hole in the concrete ceiling of their cell, a symbol of their defiance against the suffocating walls that held them captive. Just as they were about to make their grand exit, one of them got stuck in the ceiling. His legs dangled while his face turned red with embarrassment. A team of military police and prison officers swooped in, catching them red-handed in the midst of their daring escapade. The authorities wasted no time documenting the moment for posterity, a snapshot of one desperate crook, his legs dangling precariously as he desperately attempted to squeeze through the narrow hole. That's something you don't see every day. Overcrowding plagues Casa de Custodia, leading to frequent breakout attempts. The prison, designed to house 336 inmates, holds a staggering 1,036 prisoners, 3 times its capacity. It's a recipe for chaos, a pressure cooker of desperation that fuels many escape attempts. In fact, this was not the first, not the second, but the 3rd attempted prison escape in less than a week. Number 7. Brazilian prisoner gets stuck in a Shawshank-Style escape. Check out how a Brazilian inmate embarked on a Shawshank Redemption-style escape plan, only to find himself in a sticky situation that left him inches away from freedom. Deep within the confines of the notorious Penitenciaria Estadual de Alcaus prison in Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, 2 fearless inmates hatched a daring plot to break free from captivity. With hearts pounding and adrenaline coursing through their veins, they delved into the art of tunneling, hoping to carve a path to liberation. So far, so good, but as they diligently tunneled their way towards freedom, the tunnel's end was incredibly close for Macon Souza da Silva, only to cruelly snatch it away. In a twist of irony, da Silva found himself trapped. He got wedged at the exit of the very tunnel he had painstakingly crafted. There he stayed, covered in dirt from head to toe, until the guards found him. His head and hands managed to break free, but not the rest of his body. Meanwhile, his accomplice managed to escape, but not for too long. The police eventually caught up with him, leading to his recapture. So, that was all for today. I hope you have watched the video up to this timestamp. Make sure to press the like button if it amazed you. Press the subscribe button if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, as it's totally free. You can follow me on all social media platforms. All links are given in the description. You can also watch other cool stuff. The playlist link is also mentioned in the description. I will catch you up soon in the next video. Till then, peace out.